Alright, guys, so this is pretty much recapping week. Recapping enough this these recent scoreboards around in Box Arena Football League. The first one up there was Shot gets a forfeit win against the Liberty in the third quarter. And after following it, probably might be the worst. Could be the worst one in league history, as Brown Man won 4-7-4-6. The Shock starting center and Path 2 Wavy went ahead and went at it. Path wound up getting banned. But the main focus is the after game was pretty much the Force versus Liberty. Liberty entered the game at 1-1 with probably a better chance of getting it. The Liberty, both teams were at each other's throats all game long. Sausage threw some touchdowns. He ran some touchdowns. The Liberty's power run game was pretty much key in their game. In the end, Cranamonian, one of the Liberty quarterback, scored the game-winning touchdown on a rushing play. But the Force got a chance. They got ball back with 1 minute left remaining, but the final play didn't go exactly as planned. Brown originally thought it was a touchdown, but the ball did hit the ground, unfortunately, making it fall incomplete. What happened was Saucy goes ahead, he scrambles, and he scrambles, and he looks to have thrown a great dime. Only problem is that it falls short. Liberty get to walk out of that win, walk out with the final score of 42-35. Some for AE played probably his best game of the season right now. He as defensive end. Looking at it, he is the main front runner for defensive end of the year, but his rival looks to be the Shock's Brown Man on 4-7-4-6. On offense, both teams did pretty good. Both teams made it a score fest. So in the end, it was more like an offensive shootout, but there was some defense in the game. So you gotta give credit where it's due. Am I right? Now, there's not really much I could say, but but Sashi did show that he is probably the league's premier version of Lamar Jackson, with his spread running ability and his precise passing. But he looks to go ahead and get next week. Look to build off a better record. I really think that they went ahead. You can go ahead and do this stuff because it's probably inevitable. But soon will be the shock game. So in the shock, look to have everyone in that game, including one of the defensive end challengers, and possibly the front runner of center of the year, Brown Man himself. There hasn't been much, but after the game, there hasn't been much going on, but there's he going at Saucy, as people are saying, what a dot he threw. But if you ask me, the receivers, he threw the dot. The receivers were there. Is that they all brain farted. Either way, this is a little bit of a short analogy. Shout out to those also. I like what was supposed to happen today was Sailors versus the Rangers, but the Rangers go ahead and they take home the W with and a forfeit win. Now, as we go ahead and transition to our next week 3 game, there's only thing that people are left to say if Brown Man goes off in week 3. That is yeet. All right, guys. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for you guys for kind of like watching this video today. You can see I actually finally went ahead and got out. I'm kind of going ahead, looking at the night stars, looking at the lights. You guys should know what I mean. But either way, yes, that's my shadow. Don't pay attention to it. Either way, the boy here probably saw the game, and the game was pretty much a back and forth thing. I just really think that the Force had the edge, but it was just that running game of Liberty, man. Ugh. That game, the rushing game is pretty annoying. I'm being honest with you. But shout out to the Liberty Islands win. This has been your boy The Pool. I'm gonna be saying peace out.